What food do you swear people only pretend to like? Fondant on like wedding cakes. Circus peanuts. There's no way people are actually out there enjoying those things, but enough people pretend to keep them in business. Stevia. There's absolutely no way someone enjoys that aftertaste. It's a weird cult that I'm not willing to join in, such a dominant flavor. Gold leaf, need I say more? Extremely hoppy IPAs, if drinks can be included in the discussion. I enjoy bitterness in my beer, and I know there are some good IPAs out there, but it's gotten to the point that breweries seem to be competing with one another to see who can make the bitterest, most unappealing beers imaginable. They taste like earwax. Once upon a time I swore that salted licorice was the most vile thing ever to have graced our fair planet. However, about a year ago my wife made me try some, and much to my surprise, I liked it. Lutefisk. I like a lot of stuff people are on here, but I am in my 30s, so I think tastes change as you get older. Love me some cheese that smells of feet. Anchovies on pizza and coffee strong enough that I see through time. I used to go crazy for gummies, especially the sour ones. Now I find sweet things a bit meh. I can't take or leave it. But I'll have to prize a stinky cheese board out of my cold dead hands. Defending celery with my life, RN. Alcohol. I can't imagine someone coming in from a long day of work and tucking into a plate of fishy smelling, ammonia flavored chewy shark chunks that make you smell like a bait camp for the rest of the evening. It seems like survival food. You will stay alive if you eat it, but it's not appealing to me. If you're Icelandic, please help me understand why this is a thing. As a Swede, surströmming. Chitterlings. My mom-in-law made some at my house, and it smelled like a grown man all over my home and walls. Tripe. The smell of it makes me gag. My dad loves it because his dad loved it. The buck stops here, Tripe. Caviar. It's so salty. Fun fact, Khmer, you're supposed to eat it with a spoon made of bone because using metal causes a chemical reaction, thereby altering the flavor. Kale. You fucking liars. Vodka. It tastes like the walls of a hospital. Slugs. Bitter goods. Extremely spicy foods. I get liking a little bit of spice. But I don't see how it's enjoyable when your mouth is literally on fire. Grapefruit. People will be like, I love grapefruit, and then proceed to dump enough sugar on it to lose a foot. Overnight oats. It's what I imagine prison food to be like, sloppy and cold. There's an emotional reaction to foods and other sensations that develops over time. Eventually, it gets to the point that the food, regardless of what's disgusting about it, makes you feel something enjoyable and pleasant. If I'd never eaten blue cheese before, I'd be disgusted by it now. But I unknowingly had some when I was 4 or 5 at a family Christmas party in a cheese ball. When I eat blue cheese these days, it reminds me of warm happy Christmases of decades long ago. Gefilte fish. Oysters. Revolting. Kombucha. The fat part of the meat. Come on, the texture and taste are gross. Paper straws. Unintended food. Natto. Fruitcake. Any of those keto substitute foods. Use your imagination as much as you'd like, but lettuce wraps will never be as good as a real sandwich with bread. Chicken liver. My family makes it for every big holiday dinner. I'm convinced that no one actually likes it, but they make it out of tradition and the older people force it down. Liver. Stunt foods on Instagram. Pizza cones. Barrier meat ramen. And of course when they freaking drown a burger. And I mean waterboard it with melted cheese. How the f can you like milk and water mixed? All artificial sweeteners. Any cookie with raisins in it. Those are an insult to chocolate chip cookies. Actual octopus. Is it really worth the trouble and choking hazard to eat something that is actively attempting to crawl out of your mouth as you eat it? Sparkling water. People are like, oh yeah, yo, I like it, but on the inside it's just black jelly beans. Chicken feet. Peeps, WTF, they are terrible. The whole experience is just terrible. Cilantro. Yes, I have been informed that I must have a gene that makes cilantro taste like soap. But you cannot convince me that the rest of you cilantro collaborators aren't just pretending. Celery. Mint juice. Turkish delight. Never quite did understand why that little betrayed his family for some perfume flavored rubber in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Ballot. Vegemite.